Welcome back to TTS Daily Weekend Edition. I'm Yi. And our first story is a really viral video you can start seeing right here. We're going to keep playing this video in a loop as I narrate what happened, okay? So, on the morning of February 11, 2025, at a ophthalmology clinic in Puchong, Malaysia, Selangor. Ophthalmology means eye clinic, okay? There's this lady, as you can see here, this self-proclaimed internet celebrity, a female, is like having a serious meltdown right here, you can see? She's being very aggressive with everyone, can be overheard showing her Instagram to clinic staff, possibly seeking discounts or free services, and then maybe she was declined or something like that, and she soon began screaming, using vulgar language, and filming, and even appearing poised to assault staff, and even at one point, she picked up a mini flower pot and threatened to throw it at a lady at the clinic who was filming her. Mr. Wee and his pregnant wife documented the incident, and then this so-called internet celebrity, I don't know who is she, if anybody knows, please let us know in the comments. So Mr. Wee called the police after the woman's disruptive behavior intensified. I mean, see, she is like, at one point, it's just so unbelievable. I've been thinking, could this just be an act, like she's trying to go viral or something? Because the way her meltdown is going on is like she's doing so much different random things, She's threatening to throw things at customer, and at one point she even put her feet on a man's thigh near to his groin area. She harassed a staff, hurled racial slurs at a Muslim staff member, even mocking her hijab and pushing her. And then, like I said, she was also flirting with a man from next door, touching him at his thigh area, groin with her feet, and making suggestive gestures, causing him discomfort. Police finally arrived after 30 minutes, but also the police were not spared from this, I don't know, wild, or should I say crazy woman who questioned their faith and authority. And the male officers told Mr. Wee that they couldn't act immediately and have to wait for a female officer who only arrived after 2 hours. Mr. Wee and his pregnant wife obviously couldn't wait for so long, so they left first. So at the end, we don't even know if any arrests were made. The woman also resumed her outburst upon the female officer's arrival. In total, there were 8 videos posted on Facebook, one gaining 3.2 million views. So what do you think? Is this like some viral technique? Because it seems like this lady here, this internet celebrity, is so out of touch with reality that, I don't know, the random things, the random outburst is also random. And she doesn't even complain what is she actually angry about. Everyone is just clueless, or she's just having a meltdown right there, right in the clinic in broad daylight. Our next story is in Penang, Malaysia, where a 10-year-old boy very sadly passed away on February 20th, 2025 after choking on an eyeball-shaped gummy a few days earlier. This happened in Penang, Malaysia, and he sadly passed away at Penang General Hospital around 11 PM while in pediatric ICU. So the boy collapsed during a religious class at 2:30 PM on February 18, 2025, and he was rushed to the hospital. And the family found the gummy in his clothes, which he had bought from outside school without their knowledge. His aunt posted on Facebook appealing for prayers while the boy was in critical condition, and his parents were by his side when he passed away. The father has accepted his son's death as an end to his suffering and described his son's leaving as so quickly and sudden. He also expressed his emotional struggle of preparing his son's body for burial and thanked those that have prayed for his son. The body is taken for post-mortem and later would be brought to his grandmother's house. The parents can be seen crying during the process. Our thoughts and condolences to the boy and his loved ones and his family. It's a really tragic story. That's why you have to be really careful, not just with children, but with everyone eating any sort of food that is sticky in nature, like gummy or glutinous rice. And kids especially, they should not be eating this chewy texture in one big mouth. Instead, they should chew small bits, and they should be seated and not be like running about or playing. There are incidents where children choke on like glutinous rice or gummy. So this is something that we have to be aware and teach our children to be self-aware too. Take care everyone, and watch out for each other. Okay, we're in Singapore right now, where a 28-year-old Australian was jailed and fined in Singapore on February 21st, 2025 for verbally abusing ICA officers and attempting to use another person's passport. Okay, he was sentenced to 8 months and 2 weeks of prison and a fine of 6,500 Singapore dollars. So the incident happened on December 14, 2024 when ICA officers stopped Mr. Aladdin at Changi Airport and found prohibited items. He found a knuckle duster and sharp object in his baggage. Okay, Aladdin became verbally derogatory and insulting remarks when told the matter would be referred to police. Police had impounded his passport to prevent departure during investigation. And then he made a subsequent offence on December 28, 2024 when Aladdin attempted to leave Singapore via Woodlands checkpoint using another person's passport. And of course, he was arrested by ICA officers and charged on December 30th, 2024. Under the Passports Act 2007, using another's passport carries up to 10 years jail, a 10,000 Singapore dollars fine, or both. And for the harassing of officer, the Protection from Harassment Act 2014, insulting a public servant carries up to 12 months in jail, a $5,000 fine, or both. The ICA and Singapore Police Force emphasise zero tolerance for obstructing and abusing public servants, promising stern actions against offenders. So there you have it. This is an update on the case of Audrey Fang in Spain. So we have update on court proceedings right now. Okay, for background, Audrey Fang, a 39-year-old Singaporean woman, was found dead on April 10, 2024 with 30 wounds, 150 km from her hotel in Spain. The suspect, Mitchell Ong, also Singaporean, was arrested on April 16, 2024 and is suspected of her. So court proceedings as of February 20, 2025, Spanish prosecutors are pursuing a murder against Mitchell Ong, alleging he killed Fang in a treacherous and cruel manner. Ong's defense seeks dismissal, requesting new proceedings including an independent phone analysis and formal statement from Ong, who has remained silent. Here are the alleged crime details. On April 9, 2024, Ong allegedly drove Fang to a remote dark parking lot at 11 p.m. The car left 45 minutes later without Fang. Evidence includes Ong's limited edition sneakers matching crime scenes, footprints and mobile data, placing both in the same area on the day of her death. And for motives, Ong was named a beneficiary of Fang's CPF Central Provident Fund savings worth up to 498,000 Singapore dollars. Fang also had purchased 2 investment-linked policies from Ong, an AIA insurance agent, in 2015. Fang's friends also testified in June 2024 that she was romantically interested in Ong, describing an on and off relationship, while Ong appeared primarily interested in selling her financial products. Fang's family found evidence of her financial dealings with Ong, and the case has drawn a lot of attention in Singapore, with past reports linking Ong's financial gain to the motive. And for our last story of the day, the Singaporean woman who was diagnosed with a rare life-threatening liver disease after giving birth to a baby boy has successfully found a liver donor and is recovering well. The 41-year-old woman, surnamed Ho, had to undergo an emergency C-section at 34 weeks on January 20th to deliver the baby due to severe pre-eclampsia. Her condition deteriorated following the birth, with her liver and both kidneys failing. Ho was eventually intubated and put under heavy sedation in the intensive care unit ICU without the chance to hold her newborn son. Ho's family and friends later made urgent appeals through social media for prospective liver donors. A compatible liver donor was eventually found, and Ho underwent a long yet successful liver transplant surgery on February 5th. The surgery itself was over 14 hours long, a lengthy one, and Ho's husband shared that while her liver function is improving, her kidneys sustained damage during the liver failure and are still recovering. The doctors anticipate a prolonged recovery period for her kidney function. When asked about the donor, Ho's husband said that they are unable to share details, citing confidentiality reasons. However, they have been informed that the donor has been discharged and is recovering well. While Ho is awake and is able to speak, she has yet to hold a newborn son, as she is still unable to move and requires physiotherapy to regain muscle activities. So it will take gradual time. As for the baby boy, he is being taken care of by his paternal grandmother, whose Ho's husband said has been a wonderful help. Their older son is also doing well and is happy to know that his mother is getting better. Finally, Ho's husband and family expressed words of appreciation to everyone that has helped through social media and everywhere around their lives. To quote him, "Your prayers, well wishes, and acts of kindness have meant the world to us, providing a lifeline of hope and strength during this incredibly challenging time." And that is your last story of the day, and I hope it brightens up your weekend.